What is up, YouTube? Today in this video, I'm super excited to be sharing some more information with you all. In this video, I'm going to be going over the do's and don'ts when it comes to networking. I know for a lot of my followers, a lot of my subscribers, this has been a big question that you guys have been asking me. So I've made kind of a list of what you need to do and what you don't need to do when you're going to be networking. So I want you guys to stay tuned for the entire video. Hopefully this video provides some value for you. So let's get right into it. So welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, what's up? My name is James Huntley. Before I get started with any of my content, I have to do one single thing, one special thing that I do on every single one of my videos, and that's how I have to show some love. So come here, give me a hug, Doesn't that feel so much better? Feels like we broke the ice. Feels like now you're a part of the Get Right family. Where on this channel, I go over professional development, financial literacy, growth hacks, motivation, and things that's just gonna allow you to grow as an individual. So if this sounds like something that you want to be a part of, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so that you know when I post, where I post, and that you are able to grow each and every single day. So I'm gonna start off with the don'ts because I don't want you to start off networking the wrong way. And so I'm gonna share what you shouldn't do first. First don't, do not rush the process of networking. It is something that should be looked at as a long-term game. Never rush when you're networking. Now this is for social networking and this is professional networking. When we're trying to build connections, build relationships, build friendships, and network with others, it's important that we take our time, right? No one likes to feel rushed. I know I don't. I like to take my time, do things here and there, and I don't feel like I'm having to run here, run there, run everywhere, and just throws me off. Just like let's take it. Hopefully a lot of you have taken flights, but when you're trying to get on your flight, you do not want to be running and thinking that the flight is gonna leave before you get on. Like that's one thing. You don't want to feel that type of rush. And it's the same way with networking. You want to take your time and you want to gather contacts, gather connections, and gather friendships for the long haul. My don't number 2 is do not discredit those who don't have specific credentials. If someone is in a top position, a president, a CEO position, or a high-paying position, and they don't have a high school diploma, they don't have a degree, do not discredit that because they may have information, they may have education, not necessarily on the paperwork side, but they could have it in other ways through experience. So you do not want to talk down upon those people because this is a sign that you are, first of all, not really a genuine person because it lets those that you're networking with know that, hey, they're talking junk about those who don't have a piece of paper behind their name. So just makes you look bad to start off with. And it's something that I see in the workplace a ton. I know some people who do not have a degree, who do not have a high school diploma, but they are very successful in what they do, and they are able to implement different strategies, and they are able to carry out plans that those with degrees and those with all of this paperwork are not able to do. So very important that you don't discredit those that don't have the credentials. Don't number 3 when you're networking. Don't be shy, don't be ashamed, don't be afraid to answer questions. That might have been more than just one tip. But yeah, you don't want to be shy when you're at a networking event. Listen, you have that designated time to ask as many questions, to meet as many people, to build as many long-term, genuine relationships as you can. You do not have time to be panicking and to be shy when you get in that situation. Now, you've already brought yourself to the event, so you're already there. So we need you to carry out the plan, right? We gotta have you carrying out the plan. And listen, if you struggle with networking, if you feel like you can be awkward at times, you're not in this alone, and it's something that I work towards to get better at each and every single day. I have made a video on how you can avoid being awkward in different professional and social networking events, and I'm gonna leave that in the card section up above. And I wanna take a quick second to check in with my viewers, right? I don't wanna just be making content and it's not actually helping you guys out. So in the comment section down below, make sure you comment "get right" if you've learned something new or this video is actually helping you out. And be sure to comment any of your questions or concerns or things that I might not have went over in full detail. Also, this video is not helping you out. I want to hear that down in the comment section below as well, right? I want to be providing value in my videos, and if I'm not doing that, I need to know that so that I can do more research and put in more extra energy and more work to make sure that I'm fulfilling your needs. So if you don't feel comfortable writing that in the comment section, be sure to DM me on any of my social media platforms at @J_GetRight, where I can personally help you guys out with different things, help mentor, answer questions, answer concerns, whatever that may be. I am a part-time engineer and a full-time mentor, so I am here to help you all out. All right, so now I'm going to go over the things that you do need to do when you are networking. And the first thing is that you're going to need to do your research and your homework. And what I mean by that is to come to the table with some background information. So, for example, if I'm going to a networking event, I need to know what the networking event is about. I need to have researched that. I need to know some of the companies that are attending this event. I need to know some of what the companies are doing that are at the event. I need to know some of the leaders and some of the owners of these companies that I'm attending. And let's say you're not attending an event, right? Let's say you are networking within the company that you're at. Well, you need to know a little bit about what the person that you're interested in networking with is doing, whether that means you know what type of projects they're working on, some of the things they have going on outside of work, or whether they are interested in sports. You need to have some type of background, or at least have tried to do some type of homework, look them up on LinkedIn, follow them, something in order to make sure that you're coming to the table to be able to contribute to the conversation and to the network. A network doesn't work without you bringing something to the table. The second thing that you need to do when you are networking is you need to listen and learn, right? If you're listening but you're not learning, then you listening was pointless, right? Unless you just know everything. And even if you do know everything, you would have had at least observed the way that somebody presented the information to you. And it's not the same way because we're all different, right? So we want to listen when someone's giving us advice, when someone's giving us information, when someone's just talking about what they have going on, when somebody is feeling a certain type of way about a certain type of thing, when somebody's motivated. We need to be listening to these things and observing these things. And then when they're sharing that good advice, that good knowledge, some of the typical things that happen in the industry, right? We need to be learning and taking this information in. So when you're networking, you want to have an open mind, be able to receive, right? We want to give because you can't network without bringing something to the table, but we also want to be like a sponge and able to take everything in. That connection, that's also what's gonna help build, that connection is that you are not coming full, right? You're not only, having everything and knowing everything. When you're networking, you are not only able to bring something to the table, but you are able to take in multiple people's information, multiple people's backgrounds, and you're able to learn a ton at these events and while you're networking. And that's what I love about networking, right? You can learn so much just by listening to people in the actual industry. You can learn so much about people's character. You can learn so much about the culture of a company. That's how they treat others. When I say culture, that's just how they treat others, how they act in certain environments. You can learn so much just by listening and not, giving so much information, right? So it's the same way. Me right now, I'm doing a lot of the talking. I'm giving out the information. I'm, pushing out information that hopefully is helping you. But at the same time, I am going to be taking in your comments. So if you're not commenting, I need you to, right? I want to be taking in your comments, your questions, your concerns, some knowledge that you have, so that it can better me as well. That's all that networking is listening, learning, and bringing something to the table. Third thing that you need to do when you're networking is you need to follow up, right? Follow up is huge, something that has gotten me jobs, right? When I've been networking, that follow up is so crucial. When I say follow up, it just means if I went to a networking event or I spoke with another coworker or a manager or a boss that was new, we had a conversation about something, or we just exchanged contact information, then I need to send that text out. I need to reach back out to them. I need to bring something from the conversation that we talked about back up to them and follow up. That way, it allows you to further that connection and to build on for the long term of some of those connections and networks that you have made from these events, right? If you just go and network, talk to as many people as you can, you get all of these numbers, and you never text them back, they're not gonna know who you are. You haven't built any connection with them. You haven't built a real, true connection with them. So if you haven't followed up, texted them, interacted with them, maybe at another event, you haven't reached back out and y'all had that one conversation, best believe that is not how networking works, and you're gonna lose that network. So it was almost like it was a waste of time. So you wanna make sure that you follow up. And so I can give an example of a situation where I found that following up is very helpful. So my freshman year, it was my sophomore year of college, I went to a networking event, right? I had went my freshman year, just talked with some people, but this second year, I remember kind of how some of those interactions was, and one, it was very awkward, so I wanted to make sure that it was not like that again. So the second year, I dressed up, I made sure that I asked quality questions. I met some people in my engineering industry that were offering internships, paid internships at that, so I really wanted to take advantage, right? So got their information, they gave me their cards, I gave them my resume, but guess what? I followed up at least 2 to 3 times. And not only did I follow up then, but if you are trying to get a interview, let's say they give you the interview, you still need to follow up. I think I followed up with a thank you card, a personal thank you card, not just a follow-up email, something that set me apart. They allowed and gave me the job. And I feel like that was one major reason why I was able to get that job, because it was those simple follow-ups and that connection that allowed me to get the job. Now, do I believe in God and believe that He helped me? Yes. but you have to put in the work as well. So, well, I know that was a lot of information. I didn't want to bombard you. I just wanted to give you some of the do's and don'ts. I do have some educational resources that I'll leave in the description bar below that you can click on and check out some more of the do's and don'ts when you are networking that can take your networking up to another level. I also have made a video on some ways that you can improve your networking skills. I'll leave that in the card section up above. I do appreciate you guys for checking out this video. My goal is to have roughly 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. That just means I'm making an impact of over 1,000 people, and so that's very, very important for me. So if you don't mind, if you missed that subscribe button, make sure you click it and hit that like button if you liked the video. Until next time, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, and we're gonna keep growing. Peace.
Ask yourself, are you really where you want to be?